My guest today, the drummer in one of the greatest rock bands in America, if not the world. Certainly the...
You just call it like you see it, okay, buddy? Whatever you say.
And we'll talk about this, but you guys often sort of ask to be the standard bearers for rock, it seems like, these days.
Yeah, I don't know. That's strange,
it's
really, because, I mean, I still see us as, like, these dorks that sort of twerpy kids still in our, not kids, but I don't know. Your head always goes. You don't always see yourself as these older guys talking about. But we're there.
Yeah, somehow you made it. You know what I mean?
We're there.
Well, I'll ask you about another kind of one of those big milestones that we'll talk about later, and whether you guys ever think about stuff like that, or the company that you've been keeping lately. But I don't want to preview the whole thing. Let's get into it. Taylor Hawkins is here from not only Foo Fighters but also Heavy Metal and the new band Birds of Satan. And he's going to be playing records for us. And we're going to start off with the Foo Fighters track, right?
Yeah, I think so.
This is one you don't actually play drums on, though.
Oh, no. This is the first time. I mean, I'd heard a B-side that Dave did with Nirvana called Marigold. I heard it once or twice, and I thought it was cool. But I heard this on the radio right after I joined Alanis Morissette's band, which I was so lucky to have a gig in. Anyways, me and my older brother, were driving down the road, and this song came on, and it was the first thing I ever heard from the Foo Fighters, and it blew my mind.
All right, mind blown. This is a call, KLOS. And part of this is so good.
Come on.
Still like one more tempo change, too. I love it.
It's like punk rock rush.
That's a great way to put it. So good, man.
Yeah, dude, I just was driving down the road and we heard that, and my brother goes, dude, you got to be in that band. And I said, oh no, I want to be in that band. I want to be in that band.
So how did it work out, actually, that, a slot opens up in Foo Fighters at some point? How does it wind up? How do you get the audition?
How am I, even here, dude? That's the big question. I don't know, dude. When you're young, when you're 22 and 23, I don't know, maybe you are, I don't know. You'll slit someone's throat to get ahead.
Yeah.
Now, I'm like, I don't even know how I got here. What the heck happened? How did I get so lucky? Why was I so hell bent on it? I don't know.
The Foo Fighters drummer position, right, at the time that you sort of took it on was a bit of a tough spot, right?
Well, I knew William, and we did a bunch of shows with him when I was playing with Alanis, and we were friends. I mean, we weren't calling each other on the phone all the time, but I hung out with him a bunch of times. I mean, the first time I met Dave, I was sort of rent-a-rocker in Alanis Morissette's backing band, and I'm like, oh my God, there's Dave Grohl. He's gonna think I'm such a kook, man. He's gonna make fun of me. And he was like, hey bro, what's up, man? You are awesome. What's going on, dude? And we sat and talked for a half an hour, and I was like, he's cool. He was nice to me, actually. I remember telling people I met him, and he was really actually nice to me. Can you believe that?
Well, now he kind of has that tag, like the nicest guy in rock, which I'm sure
that's nonsense.
Yeah, I'm sure there's times, right? He's totally being an a-hole, and you're like, yeah, nicest guy in rock.
Yeah, you be his best friend. You didn't tell me
that. All right, we're talking with Taylor Hawkins of Foo Fighters and Heavy Metal and the new band Birds of Satan. We're going to play for you something for them in a little bit, but right now, you wanted to play something from Joe Walsh. You don't believe that we're going to play something from Joe Walsh?
No, you guys aren't going to play this deep of a cut. Come on, just put Rolling Stone, Start Me Up on again, and let's hear it again.
Sorry, let me hit the autopilot button.
No, this is Joe Walsh. He's one of the raddest dudes on the planet. He's one of my favorite guitar players, one of my favorite songwriters, and he's just an ordinary, average guy, He's Joe. And this song is off an album called Barnstorm. And, I just listened, me and my wife used to listen to it every single morning that we first met for 6 months. Every morning we woke up to this album. And I don't know if this song has ever been when last time it was played on KLOS, but hallelujah for doing it. Go!
There you go, man. This is Mother Says.
Joe loves his little toys, too.
He does.
Yeah.
He does, man. You're literally blowing minds right now playing this song.
I said there's 25 stoners across Los Angeles right now just going, no way, they're playing that?
What we were playing was Mother Says from Joe Walsh. Barnstorm was the name of the album. We're actually playing it off the definitive Joe Walsh collection.
Yeah, you can't get
own.
Barnstorm on CD. I mean, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, and that guy, just a treasure trove of great songs. And, we were talking a little bit about the Eagles documentary. If you've seen it, the history of the Eagles. Joe Walsh is the star of that documentary to me. He just kind of runs away with it,
he is the guy. He's that guy. I mean, as I was saying earlier, they all needed, everybody in that band is, I mean, you got to have Don, without Don Henley's voice in the Eagles, it's like he's the golden throat, like,
right.
Like what's his name said, the Geffen dude. And, Glenn Frey is the boss, man. You guys get in here, we're doing this.
And the Eagles needed, I think, some of that. I mean, clearly they wouldn't be the same without that.
I was saying
vision.
earlier, I watched this Big Star documentary on Palladia or whatever it was, and, if they would have had a Glenn Frey in there kicking everybody's butt and like making everybody like chill out and record the song, because if you hear old recordings, they have stuff like that, extra things on CD, and even in that movie, you can hear him like telling everybody, "All right, shut up, come on, let's do another take." You got to have that guy.
Can the producer be that guy for a band?
It's not with a band like the Eagles, probably.
Yeah,
no, I know it can't be for the Foo Fighters.
Not
for the Foo Fighters either. We've got the right producers, because it's Dave Grohl. He knows what he's doing,
and he kind of wants to get in there. And
he knows what he's
anyway,
doing.
So
fade. People don't do that anymore. That's a fade.
That is a fade.
That's a fade.
It's 95.5 KLOS. Taylor Hawkins guest DJing. Taylor, you may know him from the Foo Fighters. You may know him from Chevy Metal. Hopefully now you'll know him from the Birds of Satan, which is the band we just played. Pieces of the Puzzle. Is this an album? It's 7 songs. Does it count as an album, or is it an EP, or what do we call it?
I mean, I don't know. Is Van Halen Diver Down an album?
Yes. I say yes.
Yeah. Well, it's the same exact length.
It's funny. I played Little Guitars yesterday. Great song. And I was kind of like digging into that record, and I didn't realize, I just thought that they liked doing covers because they got a lot of covers. The record company made them do all those. They're like, we'll sell it way better if we do covers.
I think it was the producer, actually.
Yeah.
I think it was the producer, but there's a lot the songs that aren't the covers on that record are awesome.
Yes, they are.
Every Van Halen thing with David Lee Roth singing was good. I even thought the new record was great. I really did. I think there's some songs on that record that held up.
Yeah.
I guess some of them were from that period as well, but I heard She's a Woman. I'm like, yes.
Great song. Stay Frosty, I really like.
Stay Frosty's great. Yeah.
I mean, Eddie, that guy's he's a genius.
I went and saw them play, and his son was playing bass, and everybody's like, "Oh, Michael Anthony," and yeah, it's okay. Obviously, Michael Anthony's voice was a very, very huge part of that band, and I missed that, obviously. But when you see Eddie looking across the stage, and his son's playing bass, and he looks back, and his brother's playing drums, I'm like, that's pretty awesome.
It is pretty cool. And, I feel like if, Michael Anthony, God bless him, had passed or something like that, no one would, everyone would be super on board.
No, I mean, it makes sense. I see both sides, but hey, it's their band. It's their family. It's their thing.
Their name is definitely right there on it.
Van Halen's band, all right? So whatever you think, it doesn't matter.
That's right. So this Birds of Satan record, now I've heard you describe this sort of as a cover band playing original songs. Is that fair?
I mean, yeah. I'm just a mimic anyways,
I mean, I think it's just apt in the sense that it seems like it's a lot of sort of you're wearing a lot of your favorite influences on your sleeve, right?
I mean, I didn't really necessarily do it to do that. I was like, let's make it like this. But it just, I'm a mimic, So I've mimicked all my favorite bands, and I mean, it is what it is. I mean, I think a lot of people are just better secret mimics than me, But everybody's got their things that made them who they are as far as musical influences, and I've said this before, it's my musical DNA. It's just it's what my ears naturally want to hear. Mm-hmm. And it just happens to sound like Queen and Van Halen and Jane's Addiction and Rush and the Eagles and on and on, for 150,000 bands that I love,
But would the Police be in that?
Absolutely.
How you feeling about Spirits in the Material World?
I think that, this is an amazing song because nobody knows where one is, yet people dance to it.
There you go.
I have an interesting story really quick before you kick me out of here. The singer of this next band, me and him started playing music together on the same exact day when we were kids. And his dad actually took a picture of that of us. I was holding a pair of drumsticks and he's holding a guitar, and I think that's somewhere in the back and forth DVD, or it's on the photos in the back or something like that. His dad, who's not with us anymore. Anyways, he later on joined a band up in Seattle called Sky Cries Mary, and then he moved back down here, and he was just singing in Yes cover bands. I didn't even know he sang in cover bands, and then I got a call from him, and I hadn't talked to him in years. He's like, come see me play. I'm singing in a Yes cover band. And I met Chris Squire, and unfortunately John Anderson quit Yes or whatever, and they were looking for a new singer. And this guy, I grew up, I've known him since I was 5 years old, and now he sings in Yes.
Wow. That's like,
his name is John Davison from Laguna Beach, California, man.
They make movies about that kind of stuff, right?
It's like Ripper Owens, or like the dude from where's that Journey dude from?
Oh, he's from the Philippines.
From the Philippines, yeah. Well, this was
Pineda, Pineda.
Can you ever imagine like some dude from Laguna Beach singing in Yes? That's what's happening now.
So there you go. Go see Yes is the moral of the story.
Yeah.
And the track we're gonna play that Taylor doesn't believe we're gonna play.
You're not gonna play this song.
Watch me, man.
All right.
It's going for the one, KLOS. You know, our head sales guy's like, yes, super fan. He's totally going to high-five me.
Oh, rad. Yeah, that's a sunny song for a sunny day.
It is, man.
You know, that's a happy little number.
You're pretty good at this DJ thing.
You know, I could definitely do the deep cuts at night for you. Yeah. Taylor Hawkins deep cuts.
There you go. We could give you that like 10 to 2 slot.
I'm down.
Light a lava lamp.
I'm down.
Throw your sunglasses on.
I'll do it.
Yeah, all right. Taylor Hawkins guest DJing for us. The band's called Birds of Satan. The record is in stores now, correct? It just came out, right?
I think so, yeah.
All right.
It's online. It's in stores. It's you know, it's on Twitters and
you guys
Facebooks
are doing the Spotify and all that too, right?
I'm sure we are.
Yeah.
I don't even know how that works.
I think
dude.
I think it works. They give you a penny for every 1,000 times.
Hey, I don't care. Steal it if you want, kids and adults. I don't care how you get it. Just if you want it, get it. You know, just listen to it.
I'm legally required to ask you about a new Foo Fighters record. Is that a thing that's happening?
No, I don't know. Maybe. We definitely have been playing together. That's for sure.
Okay.
And
people worried when the hiatus stuff came out. You know, but
no worries. Do not worry. We're doing some cool stuff. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be really great. But most of all, for me, the music is just really. Dave's on a good. In a good way musically.
Do you guys think at all about like whatever the prevailing musical winds are when you make a record, or you just stay true to yourself?
I mean, what do you mean? Like try and go? Well, we should do something that sounds like The Pretender or something. I mean, no, Dave doesn't at all. I mean, the only thing in terms I've ever seen Dave really focus on, because you know he likes people to be happy when we're playing music. Like he wants people. I mean, we think of it live. Yeah. Everything is sort of, how is this going to, no offense, Mr. Radio.
No, I understand.
But I mean, we really do. And I mean, that's kind of how that's how it's kept us alive as a band too, is just, you know, besides the great songs that Dave writes and we put together, just getting out there and playing live, making a live experience. And I think that's the bands that are sticking around now. So I've only really ever seen them kind of think in terms of like, okay, I could see people jumping up and down at this tempo. Yeah. You know what I mean?
One of the cool things about music in 2014 is that because financially for bands, like the live experience is so important now, right. I think you have to be a band that can pull it off live and really deliver a show, right?
It kind of separates I don't want to say the boys from the men, because that would make me think of Boys to Men, and that's okay.
It's hard to say goodbye to
that. No, I just think that it's the proof's in the pudding, man. Can you get up on stage and entertain people? It's the oldest form of it. It was it's like, if it's just go. Okay, if you can entertain them, they'll come back. Right. Part of it's having the songs, obviously, the big part of it, but part of it's just being able to connect with people live. And I've watched our band and Dave go from being kind of not shy, but definitely not the most, I'm a front man, to like really feeling comfortable in that role and being able to make 85,000 people at Wembley Stadium just be stoked. Yeah. And that's Not everybody can do that. You know, there's Dave and the guy from Future Islands.
Right. That guy's amazing.
That guy's the best lead frontman in the world.
You trust me on this one,
dude.
Go see Future Islands.
I was watching TV one night, late at night, and I was like, Letterman music song. Okay, what's this? What is it? And they came on, and that guy started doing his thing, and I was like, there's like Michael Jackson moonwalking across the stage, there's Freddie Mercury at Live Aid, and then there's the Letterman performance of Future Islands.
Just going from soul to Wayland. Just YouTube it. If you can't see him live, go YouTube.
Oh
Future
my God,
Islands.
it's unbelievable.
It is awesome. Hey, dude, thank you so much for joining us. You know, we're having a little company party today, so there's a keg out back and a margarita machine. If you
hey, I'll supply the music. How's that? I'll tell my Chevy Metal boys to get here, and we'll just play you guys some Van Halen.
That is awesome.
songs.
We love Chevy Metal. You guys are welcome, by the way, anytime.
You don't want to hear us on the radio though. You want to. the original versions are always better.
That's right.
Maybe we'll come by and guest DJ sometime as Chevy Metal.
Yeah, come on in.
Mick will start playing some crazy metal stuff, and you guys will be like, I don't know if we can even get a hold of that.
that may be true,
yeah,
but you'd be surprised. We got a big room just full of vinyl and CDs.
Okay.
Yeah, so come
Let's
on
do
in.
it. Let's do it.
Taylor Hawkins, everybody, thank you so much for joining us, and we'll talk to you soon. It's KLOS.